Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone at tarotforhealing.com. I hope you guys are doing really well. This reading is for Sagittarius and I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. And I do want to tell you guys that I'm still doing the 2016 year ahead readings. If you're interested in those are personal readings. So do check out my website for that. And also do check out my website because I did a post about the energies of this year, of this 2016. And so, and this is just like the general energies. Like we're looking at the numerology of the year and sort of seeing like what that has to say and how that's going to be affecting us. So do check out my website and you'll be able to see that on there. So I'm just shuffling up the deck right now and I'm going to pick 3 cards for you. Just 1, 2, and 3. Very interesting. Sagittarius. Okay. Okay, what I see for you, Sagittarius, is that you have the 5 of Swords as your first card, the Magician as your second card, the Death card as your last one. The first message that comes to mind when I look at your cards is that you could be getting into a potential confrontation with somebody that you work with, or something to do with your obviously these are your money and finances cards. So I kind of see that there is a conflict with somebody to do with a financial situation as well. And what I see here is the Magician is kind of saying that I kind of feel like it's kind of saying like you are the person that are like you really are standing up for yourself. Like you're not allowing this person to make you seem like you're the guilty one or make you seem like you're the one in the wrong. Like I think that you are very proud and you're kind of standing up for yourself and you're not allowing this person to sort of get the upper hand um on you. But then at the same time, I think that you are going to cut ties with this individual, or you're going to cut ties with this business or association, wherever you're a part of, and whoever you're having conflict with. I feel like you're going to cut ties with these people. I'm also feeling like you're going to feel, maybe some of you feel like you're being shortchanged where you're working or in some kind of business or money venture. And so you might be feeling that you're not getting what you deserve, or like or what your work is worth. Like maybe you feel like you're bringing a lot to the table and these people are trying to be trying to sort of overwork you and underpay you, or they're trying to use what you have to sort of make them profit and gain, but you might be feeling like you're losing out on the situation. And so for you it's almost like you just don't see the benefit anymore. Like you kind of feel like this is a dead end venture. Like you don't see what the outcome is going to be, how it's going to be favorable to you, and it's almost like there is nothing left of this situation to really be pursued anymore. And so, and I think, and to be honest, I even like looking at these cards, it almost makes me think of somebody that might be interested in some kind of business venture, and maybe they decided to link up with somebody or hook up like some kind of situation with another party, but now it's kind of like, again, you haven't seen it to be profitable, so now you're feeling like, you know what, I'm going to move on to a different venture, I'm going to move on to something else. I don't feel like there's a huge love loss, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like this is a situation where you're kind of feeling like you've lost anything. It's like you've walked away with everything that you needed from the situation. So even if you might be in some ways feeling like, okay, this situation wasn't profitable as I thought it was going to be, it's almost like it's saying that you're going away um unscathed by the whole thing. Like you can still move on to the next, you can still find something else, you can still do something else, because again you have the skills to be able to move on to something else. So I don't really get this sense of worry and fear. If anything, I really get this sense of you feeling very confident in your decision and your choice, and so that's what is sort of allowing you to just go on to something else and kind of feel confident in that situation as well. So all in all, it's not that bad actually. So if anything ends for you, don't worry too much about it, because you move on to something else. It will be okay. So For those of you that are in relationships, we have the that is so weird. Why is this weird? Okay, hold on. This is so bizarre. This deck, really weird. Last time, I think it was this one, and it was showing me repeated cards, and this time it wants to do repeated cards again. I don't know why this is, but I'm sort of trying to feel the energies of this deck. It's still a different message anyway. Sometimes even if you get the same card, it is a very different message, but I'm just sort of trying to figure out what it is, because I'm shuffling up the deck and I'm pulling it from random places. It's just weird. But anyway, the card that is here is the Emperor with the Two of Swords with the Strength card. And so what I'm kind of seeing in this situation is this speaks of really wanting to hang in there with somebody else. I think that a relationship might be going through a period of strain, but this might not necessarily be this could be that, you know, you guys maybe have been at odds a little bit more, but it also could be that outside influences have also may have put a strain on your relationship as well. I feel like it's kind of telling you that this month is the month for you guys to really make up and to really let the past be behind you. And I think that even then, neither of you are going anywhere. Like, there's still, like, you whatever you've established together, you want to keep, and you still want to be with this other person. Like, it's not a case of like things are difficult and you want to separate. I think you just might be going through a difficult patch, which I think happens in all relationships anyways. Sometimes you're going to have a bit of disagreement. Sometimes, you know, circumstances are going to stress you out, and you're going to, you know, because you're stressed, you're going to be a little bit more antsy. And so it might mean that, you know, there's a little bit more harsh communications because of the fact that, you know, either you or your partner isn't feeling too good, or they're just feeling a bit under pressure. And but I feel like at the same time there's going to be a truce that is going to be between the two of you. Like, you're going to kind of say, okay, do you know what, let's let bygones be bygones. Like, let's not be at each other's throats about this kind of thing. Because you have something that is stronger than that. It's almost like you're a power couple. Like, you're the kind of couple that can rise above the difficulties that present themselves. And I think that at the same time, even I think that some of you guys, you might be dealing with somebody that is a little bit temperamental, or does kind of let their temper get a bit, like, get the best of them sometimes, and maybe they, because of that, they are a little bit confrontational at times. But I think even this person is going to be a bit more tamed, and it's almost like you know how to tame them. Like, you know how to calm them down and speak to them and be like, you know what, you know, okay, this is happening, but like, it'll be all right, kind of thing. Like, you know what to say. And so I think that's the good thing, is that I can kind of see that you are still kind of working as a team, and you're still very invested in a relationship. So because of that, I see that things are going to get better. Things will progress. It's going to be okay. I mean, when you look at all of these cards, actually, funnily enough, just seeing it now, they all have like the sun in them. And so the sun sort of brings the positivity. It brings the joy. It brings the happiness. So it still feels very positive, even though I am seeing kind of challenges in there as well. I'm even sensing, just thinking about this now, that some of you guys, either you or your partner, might be going through health challenges that actually might be stressing you out as well. And so so yeah, I know that can be really a difficult situation, but that's kind of what I'm sensing, that might be a message that's more specific to somebody watching this video. But that's kind of what I'm feeling too. For those of you that are single, you have the Father of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. That's such an interesting interpretation for the Five of Pentacles. Oh, but it feels so sad at the same time. And then the Three of Wands. Okay. First thing I feel with this card is a sense of loss. Someone, I feel like with the Father of Pentacles, someone may have came out of a long-term relationship recently, and they might be feeling a bit sad about that, or somebody may have been seeing a earth sign person. Like you may have been seeing either a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. Could actually be a Taurus looking at it. But I feel like but the relationship went south, and it's almost like you couldn't hang in there with one another. I also sense with this card is that usually I think you guys went through challenges as well, and outside circumstances hurt the relationship. It could be some people from the outside hurt the relationship, or again, outside circumstances that challenge you. But it's almost like, even though the relationship may have been challenged, and there may have been either a separation or something like that, or like hurt feelings, it's kind of saying that you've decided to move on, and it's kind of okay. So I feel like for those of you that are in relationships already, like let's say you're watching this video, you're with your partner, then I feel like that's kind of okay, like your relationship situation is all right. But I'm also sensing that there may have been somebody that maybe it was December or something, like the month just passed, like somebody has like recently got out of a relationship, and they're probably watching this video and being like, okay, yeah, I recently did. Like that kind of thing. So but the thing is that I kind of see you kind of being okay. I feel like there is a sadness, but then it's like there's a moving on as well. And so I don't feel like this sadness or whatever is going to be lasting a long time. I think that this is just going to be an opportunity for you to really build something for yourself. Like sometimes I think a relationship ends in order for us to like experience like the rest of the journey by ourselves for a time. Like I really do believe that people do come in and out of our lives, in seasons. Sometimes people are supposed to be there, sometimes they're supposed to go. Sometimes people are in your life longer than others, but at the same time, that's what we're supposed to go through. That's the process. And so, this might just be the time where again you have to kind of walk as, your own path. But I think at the same time, for some of you guys, you might actually separate from somebody, and you may even move away from that person. Like maybe like you guys were living together, you separate and you moved out. It could even be that you moved like a completely different place, like not just moved out, but maybe you like live in a completely different location now to this other person. But I can kind of see that there is a distance and there is you going someplace. But I actually feel that with you going to another place, you're actually going to feel better than what you did when you were in that relationship with this other person. So at the same time, I think that once you kind of reach your destination, you're going to feel like, okay, do you know what? I lost a partner, but this situation is better than what I was in. So, or maybe even your living arrangement is better than what you were in like previously as well. So that's kind of what I'm getting with this. Yeah. Well, I also feel like if you wasn't in a relationship, there also might be somebody that comes into your life that is an earth sign that is a disappointment to you. Like maybe this person like comes off like they really have their stuff together, when in fact they don't have their stuff together. Like they really make it seem like they are, they got their finances stable, they got their life stable, like everything together, like they can take care of themselves, and then you come to find out that that's not really the truth, and then you're kind of let down. Like, that's kind of what I was going for, that's what you're trying to sell to me, and then for me to find out something different now I'm just feeling like, okay, I just want to distance myself and go my own direction, like kind of thing. So I kind of see that as well in the cards too for you. So let me see what shows up in terms of your spiritual cards. Okay, your spiritual cards are it is the Six of Wands. Love that interpretation. With the Father of Swords, with the Ace of Wands. So, what I do see for you is there's progression for you in January, which is really good. I think you are able to reach greater heights this month. I think you're definitely going to be reaching greater heights in a financial way. Like moving away from a dead end venture is going to open up opportunities for more successful things to come down the pipeline for you, which is good. But then at the same time, I kind of feel like on a spiritual level, you're making strides in terms of your own development as well. And I think that your experiences are very valuable. You become knowledgeable because of things that you've been through in the past. And because of those things that you've been through in the past, it's like now I get this impression when I look at your cards, Sagittarius, that you are almost ruling with an iron fist. Like you're not playing games. You know what you've come here for. You know what you want, and you're just going for it. And I feel like if it doesn't measure up or it's not quite right, you're not gonna do it. Like you're not gonna go for it. And so I think that you're just gonna be very cut and dry and to the point this month. Like that's kind of what you're gonna be. But then at the same time, I think that kind of cut and dry way of doing things is again it opens up new ventures, new possibilities, new opportunities, new ways to be inspired. And so and I feel like this is just a universal energy. So there's something like astrologically that is influencing you to almost adopt this kind of energy. But it's good for you because there's a higher purpose to it. The higher purpose is that January is going to be the month for you to again be inspired in a new kind of way. And because of this, it is making you a lot more direct. But I think that that's probably a skill that you need to embrace more anyways. You know, is to be that way, because like you can see, this is a swords card. So this energy is more of like a air sign type of energy. But then the way you're adopting it is again is like you're just coming off very direct though. So it's different energy, but it's a good kind of energy for you because it brings some kind of learning experience for you. And again, being like this is going to see certain things open up. So it's good. So peace and many blessings to you, Sagittarius. I'll be seeing you. Bye.